a comedian. Hello, everyone. It's Monday Makes with Mariah. That's me. The kitty's here, too. Yeah. We're off to a good start. Yep, meow. Hello, everyone. Do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Otherwise, I do not know that you're here. We like to know that you are here. Cat wants to know that you're here. Wow, that is very aggressive. He's being very aggressive. Yeah, say hello in the chat. Do all that business, you know. Pinky hello hands like you're doing. I love it. I love it. I'm going to say hello to everybody. Pea's on her way up here. She's making me tea. You are just being a mean kitty. He's coming from a different direction. Yeah, so there we go. Thank you, Rhonda. Actually, I thought it looked kind of a little cray-cray. Okay, there he is. Say hello. Say hello. If you're going to be all grumpy butt. He didn't want to look at the camera. Oh, there we go. See? Mm-hmm. That's Bentley the kitty. He has not. This Friday. I don't know that it's serious, so yeah. And you know, when you make an emergency, it's like, goodness, they charge you a lot more for those emergencies, and I don't know that it's an emergency. And no, you are not going over there. You have to go down or be right here. Okay. He is big. Just a big kitty. Just a big kitty. Yes, you are. All right, let's say hello to everybody. Thumbsy upsies, y'all. We're off to a great start. And happy Memorial Day if you are here in the U.S. of A. Let's see here. Okay, participants. We've got Ann, Becky, Betsy, Betty, Christy, Cookie Wookie, that's Mo, Darcy, Dawn, Dana, Gerald, Griffin, Shell, Hoarder, Paper Crafts, that's Mimi, Young Gus here, Erna popped in there, Jennifer McKinnon, Kathy, Lydia. Ooh, my list is moving now. Let's see here, Yonka, Jennifer. I think Betsy popped in up there, and Charmaine, Christy Hartman, if I didn't say her. Maritza, hello, Michelle, Pia, Ricky Nordmeyer, Robin, Rhonda, Sandy, Sherry, Suzanne, SWL, that's Sherry and Veranda. If I missed you, it's because the thingy's acting kind of weird. Diane, hello, Diane. Okay, so are you getting down now? Have you had enough pets? Okay, he's done with me. He might be back. All right, so today, what I wanted to do with y'all, and I'm going to have you hopefully help me make a decision, because I love it when y'all do that. Hopefully you're into that as well. Got a few things out here, because, well, first of all, I want to glue down this. The cat jumped up. Everybody got to see him.
Oh, what yes. Sweet. Baby kitty.
He's mad because his daddy's gone. Okay, that's very hot right now. I'm going to put that right there. I want to make a book like these. Like one of these. I like these with the spine and all that. Kind of a little more traditional book kind of idea. But the no-sew is where we're going to go. This was and remember, this was one of our first videos that, like, I got kind of...
that's my book.
Uh-huh.
The foldy thing part.
It is a foldy thing. See, that was all like a meandering fold, but then it was like a tradition, or not really traditional, I don't know. What do you call this? A binding. It's
yes.
The
stitching.
Yeah.
Stitched binding.
Oh, good gosh.
I think that's what you call it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Y'all help us out in the chat, because our brains are not working yet. Maybe y'all have been up a little earlier or something. You're on a different part of the planet.
Is that the book that comes back apart?
No.
It doesn't.
Because this is the one we sewed in. And then remember, there was somebody that made a comment about, well, that's not really how you do it. There was a nasty comment on this. I remember that. And really what it was is that we were new to this whole thing. And
We didn't know how to do it.
we
We
didn't-
were just playing
Yeah, and we
and
didn't
figuring stuff out as we go.
we didn't know that we were going to actually like do the sew binding business. So we attached it to a piece and then glued it down, which there are books that do that. That, you know, so I don't know.
I just worry about people that worry about the proper way to do things. If
I
if I
know.
know the proper way, I'm probably not going to do that.
Yeah, and then I already know how to do it.
And
But why do it?
Yeah.
We only do things to figure things out.
We like to screw it up and make it work.
Pamphlet stitch. I think that sounds about right. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Oh.
Oh, thanks, Mo. Oh, perfect.
There it goes. Yes.
Oh, that was great. So Mo put in a link in the chat, and that's to this meandering fold, because we found some great information, and some was great, some wasn't. So I kind of comboed some things up and made our own little, you know, downloadable thing for y'all. It's free.
Yeah,
So-
most of them made it seem incredibly complicated.
And it's really not.
It really isn't once you understand it. Can I look at my book?
Yes, she's
I
like,
haven't looked at it for a long time. I forgot all about it.
I did touch it. And these are our printables right here. Yeah, this was lots of fun. Oh, this one has all kinds of crazy things in it.
It has alcohol ink.
It has brush shows, alcohol inks. It has, these are scrapbook papers. So this was a big, kind of like a masterboard collage type thing. Oh, this is just, you know, like kitchen towel, paper towels. There's some envelope there. These are cookie wrappers.
These are our people. They're on board. There's no wrong way
I
or
know.
right way.
They love us. They keep,
Bless your heart.
this is why we love y'all too. 'Cause
Sandy Franklin says you created a new way to create something. Well, that's
Sometimes.
certainly, that is a very positive way of looking at it.
Okay, you can play with that for a
Absolutely.
minute. But the main thing that I want to do today, because I don't think we'll get on into like a whole on bookmaking business here, is, but this was another one that I made with this type of book cover. Alice had mentioned the other day, I think, or actually it might have been in yesterday's stream. It all they all run together after a while, y'all. I don't know what day it is sometimes.
Oh, and here, these are cookie wrappers in here.
I said that.
Did you say that?
I did. They were fantastic cookies.
Oh,
That's
they
when I
were.
was eating cookies.
Amaretto. Oh my
So
gosh,
good.
they were wonderful.
And they were individually wrapped. So there were lots of those
And they
little...
smelled wonderful as well as
And they came in a
ate
cool tin.
wonderful.
We still have that tin downstairs, I think. Okay. But, what I want to do here is either make... I think I want to make another one this size. This seems to be my, like, favorite kind of size thing. But basically what this is the 5x7. So out of one of these postcards, you can make the cover of one of these little hootie-doos. And I got more tape. I don't know that I'm in love with this new tape. I didn't go with the brand that I had before because I wanted to check out this little bit cheaper stuff. And, you know, sometimes cheaper ain't better. It's just cheaper. Hey, Eddie.
There's
Hi,
Brenda.
Marcia. Hello to everybody that's coming in. Sorry if I missed you. Hey, Joyce. You were here earlier, but I don't know that I said hello out loud. Veronica. Hello. All right, so let's kind of get started. But I did want to ask you guys. Here was the question. Should I or would you like me to make one out of the one card cover? We knew that. Or I found these little pieces and I was like, ooh. Because remember, we kind of cut these up for examples and for ATCs. But I thought it might be kind of fun because there's this piece, but it has a little... We'll just file that off of there or rip it off. Or see, there we go. Okay. All's right in the world, y'all.
Scrape it off.
Just give it a little scrape. I thought about making an even smaller one. Might be kind of fun and wide, like this. You know? Boop. Big old fatty. Because I was thinking it might be sort of fun to figure out how to perhaps make the pages some ATC kind of thing. Or maybe what we do is make the no-sew binding thing to where it has some little pockets, and then we can slide the, although the ATC, it would be right on size, so I don't know if that would work. But y'all let me know. One postcard or ATC size. So this size or an ATC, who's it, what's it, let's all just, you know, see where the bookie book takes us. In the meantime, while y'all
Jackie says mini book, short and fat. Short and fat.
Short and fat. I love it. Okay.
They're laughing at your hootie doo.
Yes. Oh, and I added the list of those are called placeholder words because I looked that up, learning things, and I added those to the PM isms just this morning. Look at me being, you know, on top of things.
Jennifer says postcard, so we've got 2 here.
Okay. Well, y'all keep saying.
Christy Hartman says ATC, ATC, postcard. Okay, so we've got...
and we might even be able to, like, I can put together both of them, actually. But we can probably only start decorating one. So we could do that. But before...
Mary Ellen is here. And Suzanne says postcard, postcard. Postcard seems to be winning out here,
okay.
right?
Okay.
Friend Sandy says ATC. I don't know. I haven't counted them up, but it seems like postcard is in the winning.
All right.
Did you show them the paper that you stole from my...
Yeah, so we're going to cover it. Well, I think this definitely will be for the postcard one. But isn't this paper gorgeous?
Yes, I was going to send it to my scrap partner.
I said, can I have it?
And she wanted it, so I'm sorry, Barbara. But
she wanted to make sure that Barbara knew that too.
Barbara, you just somebody sent up floaty hearts.
Yeah, they don't tell us who does the floaty hearts.
I'm going to work on Tweaky Tuesday tomorrow. I'm going to work on its mate over here.
Mate. It's a mate.
And some others that I cut up to send off. Hi, Mo. And yes, Diane, it's the same process for both, actually. Yeah. Everything about it except the size.
I had to dig for my tape. It's buried. This is the double-sided tape. This is the best way to make sure that your magnets are going the right direction. And if y'all want to know about this book and how it was made, it's in the last... Well, because I made it...
It's 2 weeks ago, I think.
Yeah, I would say that it's Mondays, but it's not all just Mondays that this book, but you can look at the thumbnails and be able to see.
Yeah, we got more postcards, Mariah.
What's up? More? Okay.
Rhonda said she's in love with that page.
I know, isn't it gorgeous? And she just did that this morning. Well, I mean, not just, but good God.
Well, it was one of my brayer offs that I'd been working on.
Yes, and then she did the, she used the
I used
Aloha.
I used Aloha, the small one, and then I went, the last layer is the big one.
Oh.
Plus all that stuff underneath. It's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah. I mean, I see the big one in there.
But this one is underneath it.
Huh. In what color?
Blue.
Blue.
And the blue, because of the transparency of the blue, turned purple in some spots where it encountered the...
Wow. Huh. It's a really cool print. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. We're figuring out where this magnet goes, y'all, if y'all weren't, you know, knowing what I was doing there.
Brad ordered me a new computer.
Mine
Mine keeps going.
No, I don't think so. Was he supposed to?
I thought he was going to. Said he found a good deal.
Oh. Well, I have to remind him. I think that was right before you went to the hospital.
It was.
And that kind of, you know, took over everybody's.
Believe me,
You
it
know.
just kind of had a way of taking over mine, too.
Yeah. Just trying to make this, you know, not all.
Yeah, Joyce, the white, I went over it with the white because I thought it needed to have areas broken up that weren't. And that's always a good option.
Yeah.
If you have dark underneath. It was an intentional brayer off. Yeah, it's one of those ones where I kind of worked on it, but remember, I did a whole bunch of stamping and mark making on it.
Yeah.
Here, I want to show them what it looked like before. This is kind of interesting.
So some of those papers that we've kind of been working on.
That was what it looked like before I started working on it.
And someday all these types of papers are going to go into a book. Someday.
Well, the ones that don't get sent off.
Well, I've been trying to photograph them before they do. Or before I cut it up. I did photograph this. I just did it up here.
Well, the light's pretty good.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Or I could scan. I really needed to scan it, but
Yes, I'm becoming a lot more intentional in my brayer offs now that I know that they really can be the foundation,
Yeah.
the basis for going forward.
oh, the process video for which one?
I don't know.
I'm gonna piece this together. I didn't want it. I guess I could have used this, but I liked this piece better. You know.
Oh, Diane, I am awake. I'm just not very with it. Oh, Joyce has water again. God, I remember those days.
What's up?
When you'd have to, when the plumbing goes.
Ugh. Yeah, when we had that one big freeze here, remember? I mean, we had a good, almost a day where we were trying to get the pipes running again. And hoping that nothing was busted.
Hi, Sophia. And Laura says it's like you're creating two pieces of art at the same time. It kind of is. Veronica, I'm feeling much better. Every day is a little bit better. I'm just kind of working through some, I don't know, energy. My energy level seems to be really low.
But I think part of that has to do with, you know, she's not eating a ton of protein.
I'm not, because I'm afraid to.
Yeah. So I don't know that I love that right now, but it does, you know, it gets the job done. Might have to come in and, like, cover up that little seam. Let's see. This is one of the little bit bigger magnets.
That's very true, Brenda. You need to be able, and you guys are really good. You remind me, hey, you need to take that brayer off and get it out of there because it's done. Because if you do just keep brayering off, it just does turn into mud.
Yeah, you guys have gotten so good about that.
Oh, SWL said I had surgery 3 weeks ago today, and I'm still low energy, and that is not my normal.
Yeah.
I think it does just take a while.
Yeah, your body is like trying to repair itself. And I think that you're not getting the protein, like I said.
Yeah, I've been trying to gradually introduce it, but I just don't want to. Okay. Vitamin B12. Yes, I've taken my vitamin B12 every day. Although there is some research that indicates that the kind you get from the sunshine is way better than the pill.
You get B12?
That's not definitive yet.
B12 from sun? Or are you talking? That's D.
I'm thinking about D. I'm sorry. B12. I don't know what B12 is.
That's what they used to give cattle to fatten them up. That's what you told me.
Oh.
I remember you telling me that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, God knows we don't need any of that.
Alright, here's the dealio. It's been a little while since I've cut up one of these, but here are the tips and tricks to make it easy. Because I like making it easy. So, if you want your PM Art Studio, because this was, that long ago, that this was before we became artists. We were just art. That's funny. Anyway, what you do is you go, okay, well, that's about, what is this? What is this? This is about a 1/2 inch, I think. It's a little over a 1/2 inch if you want it kind of centered up there.
Okay, well, appreciate that. Hello, Jerry, Peter.
Then, what we're going to do...
Sublingual, I don't know this. I'll have to look that up.
I want to go all the way to 6 and just take off 1 inch, but then it's not centered up. See, it's centered up there. Alright. So, this is going to be our little spine.
Okay, Joan, good to know. Oh, so your spine's going to have the PM on it.
Yeah, so cut that off the end there.
Oh, good job.
It's just easier than like doing all this measuring, trying to figure out things. And now we know that we've got 6 and what is this? So this is 6 1/4. So 1/2 of 6 1/4 would be 3 and a hoody-do. And a hoody-do. Right there on that mark. See that one? That's marked for a reason. I believe this is the reason. Y'all trust me on that?
I think that's where I cut for the
Look at that.
the things that I see.
I mean, it's off a little, but, that's more about it pulling than anything. And if you're real serious about things and you really, 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 really do want them to... See, because it pulled. Because these are thick. And I'm sitting down to chop, which is...
Hello, usually... Anina.
There we go. Now they matchy-matchy and we're all goody-goody.
Okay, I'm going to have to get some B12. I'm writing it down right now, ladies.
They get
B12.
Get
because I'm ready to be, back to my old exuberant.
Yes, self. All right. So now... One of the main things that you want to keep in mind here is you want enough for the bend. This one got a little, I needed to actually give it a little more because that's why it's more, it kind of plus there's a bunch of stuff here, but.
Alligators.
Yeah, it's pretty tight here. It could have.
So you might want to give yours a little bit more room than you're saying.
Yes, like about so. It's more better for the bend. Okay, that's making me feel so much better. Thank you. And now we're going to go with our new tape here. It's kind of bumpy and stuff on the outside there. I just don't know if this is as good as the other stuff. The gaffer.
That looks more like the kind that
it's still
gaffer used to put on, before they got all the fancy tapes, the medical tapey stuff.
Yeah.
Just remember to go over so you can cut it off.
Yeah, I just don't know, and I don't think that this has as much.
I do need to be perky again, Anne.
I don't know.
I'm going to get some of those
I'm concerned with this tape. I do not recommend this tape at this moment in time.
Here, you need to put down your little thing so you're not getting it down on your surface and gluing it down.
Okay.
Do you have your little board over there?
I do. Somewhere.
Here, I've got mine.
Where did my... Oh, there's back behind me. But yeah, I like this one. It's smaller. It's good. Boop, boop, boop. Look, we can, you know, like put things on lines.
That's actually bookbinding tape, right, Mariah? The white stuff you have there?
Okay, this particular
What is it called?
Yang, I don't know, brand. It's some cheaper stuff that was recommended on Amazon, but not recommended by me. Because I just don't think, it doesn't have, it's more plasticky, it doesn't have as much of the
Adhesive?
or the
Texture.
threads in it, the material. Good God. Brain. So I don't know how this is going to hold up, but, you know, I mean, we're not here to make archival pieces work. We've established that.
Okay, Becky wants to know if you can explain the difference between gaffer tape and bookbinding tape.
Okay. So, there's gonna be. Hold on. Let me. So my brain, because I'm struggling.
Why don't you put that other piece of tape somewhere? Thank you. Okay, I'm just going to reach over there and grab
it.
something. And it says gaffer tape is usually really sticky. Yes, and it's not imbued with that fabric that makes it.
That's not true. The gaffer tape does have it. I just don't know that it has the same supposed archival qualities typically associated with a more fancy true bookbinding tape.
There you go. And I mean, you know.
But gaffer tape, I think, is also, it seems to have gone the way of, like, you know, duct tape. As far as, like, it being used as a generic term. Because not all gaffer tape on Amazon is the same. Because this is not the same as that other one.
Yeah, you really have to read the descriptions.
Yeah.
And I think that that's certainly true for the bookbinding. I'm sure that there's different degrees of.
Yeah.
And Jerry Peter wants to know, what do you do with all these books? We set them on the shelf and we look at them. And then we get them out and look at them again.
And then I show them to you guys whenever I'm making a new one. So you see that, you know, you have a better understanding of what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we do with them. We look at them and touch them and talk about them, and they're ours. We don't sell them. So this X-Fasten tape is also considered like a gaffer tape versus a bookbinding tape, from what I remember from the description. But see how much, I don't know if y'all are going to be able to see this. Oh, that was a terrible idea, Mariah. Well, no worries about it being sticky. It's got that covered. Okay. I'm going to try to hold this up into the, because you can tell on the one side more so than you can. Like, on the back side, you can tell here, I guess, that there's a material quality to it, right? You can usually see it more so on the sticky side. So, there's that one. And then, see, this one has like a weird, it's not really material or threads that are in there like the other stuff. In fact, I even have the brown, which I do believe the brown. See this? This was the same brand as the other white tape that I had. And I really like this one. because you can see the threads in there so much more so. And it's thicker than this. Although, sometimes that's kind of nice that this is a little thinner. But this X-Fasten, I think it's considered gaffer tape too. And not
really,
the true bookbinding, because I didn't want to pay the price of the bookbinding tape. Because it's more expensive. And it only comes in, like, brown and black.
And Eddie says that your tape is shinier than his. I don't know if he's upset about that or what. His isn't as shiny as yours.
Yeah, the white that I had before wasn't... This does have a sheen to it. I don't know. It's weird.
Okay, can you tell them what brand the brown is?
This is the Gaffer Power. And this is the one that I have listed on our Amazon. In our Amazon store thing. This is the stuff I like. But this will do. It's sticky. And one thing that you want...
He's not upset, but he wants some shiny stuff. Ew. Eddie, you wouldn't know you needed that if you didn't see what Mariah did.
Yeah.
You'd be happy with yours.
And it's not really necessarily shinier on the... But it is... it's not as ribbed, not as textural. Good God.
Smooth.
Words are hard.
He says you're his enabler. Sandy Franklin said, when I showed a guy my art journal, he asked, what's it for? I said, it's art. I never went out with him again because he clearly didn't get art. Good decision there, Sandy.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got, that is one way to kind of, you know,
weed 'em out.
interview the possibilities of, you know, do I want this to go forward? Or
I will say this is much easier to rip with my teeth. Those are not. So, you know.
And it is really hard to explain to people what we do and why we do it and why we keep doing it.
Uh-huh.
I think it's kind of like jazz. If you have to explain it to them, they're probably not going to get it anyway.
Boy, that's been your go-to saying here lately.
That is my go-to saying.
I don't know what's on here that's mucking me up. It's like... it's catchy. Not in a good way. I think that's more than I left over on that other side. We'll go right there. Shooby-doo-boo-boo. There we go. Is that good? Yeah, that's not that great, but let's see.
Becky says you have them around because you look at them because they're neat to look at.
Yeah.
Yes, Charlotte, adhesive tape. That was what I was trying to... The kind that we used to use on wounds, you know, back in the day.
Wounds. She says wounds.
Yeah, but that stuff does have a tendency to dry up. I think it's not meant for long term.
Yeah. You know, and that's kind of the thing about the duct tape as well. Like, duct tape is not...
When is catchy ever a good thing? I don't know.
Well, if it's a catchy tune.
This art form is good for mental health. Yes. Gauze tape, I think. Yes. The old form of gauze tape. Hello, Ligeia.
And there we have it.
And you know, you can just use pieces of torn muslin fabric, which is what
Yeah.
what Kylie Koo does.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to have fancy stuff.
You don't.
You can just get some and I've used sari ribbon. The only thing about the sari ribbon is
It bleeds through and...
it changes the texture of the sari, and I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know about the longevity because, you know, silk is not... I mean, it is strong and whatnot, but it does have a breaking point. It's not as durable as cotton.
Right. Okay. So. I don't know if we're going to cover all of this or, you know, I don't know how I want to do this. That's basically what I'm saying.
Eddie, I don't know how you know these things.
What does Eddie know?
He says Sandy's ex-husband lost his manhood soon after he told her to do more housework, and then he has 3 faces with hysterical laughter and tears coming out of the eyes. Excuse me. Tea. And Michelle says, thank you for showing this for us newbies.
Oh.
Can see that it can be done.
Oh, yeah. This is a great little, certainly beginner, easy peasy way to do this book cover. I'm going to show you how to cover it, though. Because there's some tips and tricks to this whole situation. Now, depending on if you want, see, I don't think, none of the tape shows. Oh, see, I did come in and I colored that with marker. But you can kind of see the tape in there. See that? And I colored it with, like, probably alcohol ink from what I remember. So it shows through a little bit. But, see, I wrapped the print around the outer part of the cover. I believe, yeah, because I left the spine separate, because I knew that you don't really want, like, if you glue across it, this was kind of a halfy issue, but I knew that was going to happen. And see where it pulls and wrinkles? So you kind of want to come either in or all the way across, but be careful when you come all the way across, because it's going to bubble, because it has to pull.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really almost best just to, you know, cut your panel, which is what we're going to do, and then cut another panel. Leave your binding tape, or however you end up binding it, leaving it exposed. And you can color it or do whatever you need to do at that point. It's funny how well this stuff was made at a separate time, but it really goes, these go well with the book. It's funny. Okay, so let's get on with that. Let's cut ourselves some little panels. But we want to leave, and if you guys haven't watched Eddie's bag video, he kind of addresses some of these, this type of book cover wrapping, or covering. Cover the cover.
Becky likes your gold thread.
Oh, I know. Isn't that lovely stuff?
And Joyce says she just loves that book.
I love that book too. I was real proud of that one. It's pretty simple, really. And the papers are mainly, like, there are some gel prints in here. But most of them are just sprayed papers that P went along and used her deckled ruler thing. That's how she got those wavy edges. She did that for me. But I sprayed these papers to be in this color range.
Here, listen to this. Brenda says, I'm going to read you this. I volunteer at school. In the library, we have rolls of red 3-inch wide binding repair tape. It's evil. It will lift your fingerprints. We have leather gloves to use when we handle it.
Ah.
And we found a box of rolls when previous librarian retired. It was 14 years ago, and we're still using and complaining about it. So I guess it's durable. I don't think the kind we get nowadays is of that
I don't
quality.
think the gaffer is quite that, because I could, it doesn't remove my, my first layers or few layers of skin.
And they like how the edges of the paper are not straight. Yeah, that's from my ruler. You want me
Yeah.
to show the ruler?
Yeah. Because I wanted them to be more uniform-ish, but still have that cool decal. This thing's kind of dangerous.
It is. You need to be careful with it. It's kind of like that tape. It'll get you.
Yeah. And I can't believe she still has the container for it.
That is pretty remarkable. And it's old.
Mm-hmm. You can tell because the plastic's all yellowy. But yeah, this thing's pretty sharp. Hey, but it was a .com, so it wasn't that old. I mean, I guess. It was still back in Friona.
Yeah. I've had that since I took a watercolor class. And so that's before I got my degree. Because I got it to tear watercolor paper with. Junction.
No way, because that was before the internet.
No, it wasn't.
It was before, like, a company like this would have. Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I believe that or not.
That's fine. Oh, you can go to their website and see how long they've
You could.
been around.
And see, it says www. Nobody says that anymore.
Right, but that was still, like, not... That was...
It's model number 1002.
Got it, girl. Right. We're gonna get choppy. And I'm not... I'm just going eyeball-y. Because I just don't have the energy to really think about that otherwise. Alright. Although, no, I do need to make some marks. I need to make some marks. We're gonna loosely measure here. I would love just a regular pencil to be accessible.
I don't know. They're talking about that decal paper cutter. I don't know about that.
Yeah, it's a Tim Holtzy kind of thing. Most people that I've seen review it say, you know, it's nice and all, but kind of expensive. So, yeah, there's that. Am I going to wrap that or just... All right,
And Joyce wants to know if you're old enough to remember before the internet.
Me? Yes. I am of that, you know, I was born in 1977, so therefore I have been across all the analog digital things, because, like, I even remember rotary phones.
Dial-ups.
And dial-up and all of that.
I used to make them come in outside because first computer we had was from Radio Shack.
Yes, it was a Tandy.
Mm-hmm. And I would have them. I wanted to learn this one program because I could paint with it, and I would get myself into all kinds of messes, and I'd have them come in, and they were always very insistent that I pay better attention. So they actually grew up with computers.
Yeah.
I mean, Mariah was in kindergarten when all that was going on.
Yeah.
First grade, maybe.
Yeah, because my dad was, like, really into it. He wanted it for, I don't know, spreadsheets or something. I really don't know what he did on the computer. He just, he liked it, and he messed about on it.
This is very true.
Later on, he did become more, you know, he actually, he won a thing in the state of Texas on a computer game called Molly Mall. And it was an idea that I helped him with. Kind of funny. Think about that. All right. We're going to use the PVA craft glue. Love this stuff. Works really well for this particular thing. Again, if you want to be more archival, there are more archival friendly glues that you can use.
Yeah, that's very true, Sophia. She says all that squeaking and carrying on that goes on with the dial-up.
Oh, yeah. Okay, where's my spreader thing? This is my, you know, latest spreader. Just chipboard. These little pieces of these cards work well for that.
Marcia says, thank you for explaining about the spine. Well, you know, live and learn, because I think this was our learning experience here, because this was one.
That we wrapped all the way, and it was way too tight, and it was so problematic while it was drying. Yeah, here, actually, let me glue this down, and then I'll talk about that. One of the reasons that I prefer a glue like a PVA type glue for this is that it allows you time to sort of move things and adjust them and line them up in the way that you need or want them to be. All right, coolio. So this was our first like go around at creating a cover, anything like what we're doing here, and it was a big learning curve. See how it's pulling apart, because it tried to put, you know, one piece throughout there, and it's just it's pulling and breaking it. This particular paper that is on the outside here is the, oh, what is that? It's on the roll. It's the Paycon white craft paper that you get on the big rolls. It's pretty tough stuff.
Really is.
So in this instance, it probably was the most ideal oopsie that we could have made, because any other paper would have split, would have just torn to bits from the pressure of it just opening and closing, because there's a lot of pull that happens there. And the bend, because see, when you bend it back, then you see. I think the other thing that probably helps this is that it has been coated with Mod Podge.
Yeah, more than one. I believe more is better.
I mean, she does.
But still, I don't think it's such a bad...
No.
Even,
and it worked. That worked out well, but this was such a pain because it kept... Because remember, even like the little... It was pulling out of the thing, and it was like finally, it was...
I think we clipped it.
We did. And like left it for a good solid day. Just like this, clipped. So it was going to stay in place. Because it just kept sliding around with the pull of the binding, of the cover. Okay. Any other questions, thoughts? Are y'all enjoying this? Hopefully you're enjoying this.
It looks very sturdy. It is very sturdy. And I think it's made from the... Did you see how much this stuff is faded?
Yeah. And I think... I can't remember which printer it was printed off of.
That might have something to do with it.
And then... we sprayed it. I don't know. I can't. There were many things thrown at that. All right, now I'm getting warm.
I didn't have a date in this.
Well, we've got there's some videos. Go back and look at that. All right. Will you read chat?
I will. They're just talking about computers. I like the texture of your Mod Punched the book. Yes, I did too. Because it was very crinkly and I ironed it out. I was very proud of this. This was back before I started gel plating.
Yeah.
This is when we were just messing around with brushos and
inks
and oh, and my stamp blocks, my hot glue gun stamp blocks. Joyce says she's just loving this.
Okay, good. These are some of my favorite things to do. So, like, that's why I'm doing it, because I very much enjoy this business. It soothes me. And usually each time I do this, I don't think I've ever done it the same way twice. It's always a little twist. Good golly, come on, glue. I should put it on its side. There we
go. Brenda says we recently got Starlink. I resisted it just because the DSL we could get more support. Would support one person on the internet at $56 for lousy service. Now I pay $60. My daughter pays $60. Expensive, but it's worth it. I guess that's a service.
Yeah. Is it satellite based?
I don't know.
I mean, Starlink is good old Elon Musk's. There we go. All right. May I have a wipey, please?
Sure.
I don't know why I don't have my own over here, but
I don't either. Yes, we are a household with many devices going all at once.
Yes.
And we have to have good connections.
Oh, goodness. My glue. See, that's why I didn't put it on its side. It's blurping out over here on me, but that's okay. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Are we going that way? I think that's the right way. Okay, we're just going to catch that up with our spreader.
RVers like Starlink. It seems to work everywhere.
Aha, yeah, that makes sense. Because it's not like a
stationary.
Yeah, because it is. I do believe it's all satellite based and whatnot. We'll do that other little ATC one too. We'll talk about maybe kind of some ideas of what to do with it. But hopefully this shows that, you know, not to be intimidated about making a little book cover of your own. Especially if you don't want to cut up books, because we have not been able to bring ourselves to do such a thing. Alrighty then. Now, hoping that I can show you guys how to do this nicely. This usually doesn't go well for me. Just gonna let y'all know.
Sophia says, loving this, Mariah. I got my two boys making their own journals with their gel prints last week. In a range of, oh, come on, move down here. Okay. I'm going to teach them a few new art journaling tips for the rest of the summer. They're excited.
Ooh, that's so cool. See, I got that one almost spot on there.
Hey, Mo, thanks for putting that link into the stencil that I used. And I remember I used both of them. I used the smaller one over the other gel print, and then I came back with the large one and did it. Now, why are you doing that first? You should do your other piece first, your under piece.
No.
Oh, that's right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Okay, and Jennifer says, totally going to make one of these after I get some of your postcards from your supply.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes, and I think I put some in when she requested. I've been, you know, if you put in the notes in your order that you want one of these postcards or a few.
hello, Pinka. You are late today, but we like you whenever you get here. Oh, I know. SWL said, let's get Josh involved in a project next week. Oh, we could. You know, I don't know what his manual skills are as far as, you know.
Yeah. I am using the art glitter glue here because it does dry faster. This is a small area and it's kind of tough, so I want to get her done and have it stick nicely.
Yeah, I think art glitter glue is really, if you want something, and then these edges that are going to get a lot of work out. Oh yeah, that's a good another one, Mo. I forgot about that. Oh. Josh could start out like some of the rest of us, no skill and learn as he goes. I don't know if my patience is up for that.
Yeah.
But I will talk to him about it and see if he wants to.
Now you could set him up with a gel plate.
I think that would be far more feasible.
Yeah. This doesn't have to be pretty or, you know, straight because we are going to put a panel. You just want to make sure that you have enough that you're bringing it in there that when we do put the same size panels over these, that it looks nice. See? Just kind of want an even edge around it. Now you could bring it all the way to the edge if you wanted, but it's kind of nice, like, to show how it has wrapped around. And see, and I use the same one on the front and the back.
Yes, gel plate was what they said about Joshy. Yeah, I think he could. I think he would definitely be able to gel plate. And especially, you know, I would be here to guide him and he wouldn't get frustrated. Because when I started out, it wasn't pretty. I mean, for 2 weeks I gel plated every single day. And really worked through a lot of frustration and the learning curve is there. You just have to push through. Now, what kind of panel are you using on the inside? You know what I do have over here that is this.
I want that. I was actually going to ask, it was so funny this morning when I was thinking about this, and I was like, oh, you know, I don't know what papers, but I'll just kind of, you know, go through the papers over here. But then I was thinking, I thought about that print.
I do have a bigger piece over here. I don't know if you need the bigger piece or not. I also have this with the leaves.
I like the gold.
Okay.
Yeah, that even looks kind of pretty with the snowflakes.
It does. Have you ever used fabric to cover a journal?
No.
Mariah has a really great piece that she got from Susan.
Yeah, I do want to do something with that.
And it's gorgeous. It's
Yeah, here.
embroidered. And I you know, I think it's just going to take a very special.
Yeah, I got this from Susan Taylor Brown. And I would love to have this as a cover. Because I think that's kind of what she does with them sometimes.
Yeah, I think she does too. But isn't it gorgeous?
Yeah, and if you're into that sort of thing, Susan Taylor Brown's your girl. She does really cool stuff. Some of y'all I actually know from hanging out over in her. She streams. I think Wednesdays. So there we have it, little bookie book cover. And then
Oh, and this would be great because then if you go ahead and use your gold again. Now, I do have the other piece to that if you need it.
I bet.
I was hoping that you didn't because I was going to send it to my...
Yeah, no, I think I can get away with that. Yeah, it's going to be good. Alright, so we're going to... I need to chop it right there on that edge, but... So there... We want that to come.
Oh, thanks, Mo, for putting that in. And tell her where you heard about us, too. And Dawn says it looks like a good size for a travel notebook.
It could be.
It could be, and even if you were to take your little, those little cameras that print out little pictures.
I want one of those.
It would be absolutely perfect to document your journey. And it would be, it's a nice size because it would fit into, and without being too bulky. Brenda says she loves the cover.
Oh, this is just so pretty.
And Joyce Moore, your Moore original says, I usually miss them too, but I caught this one, needed it.
Aw. I'm gonna try to be.
Oh, hi, Miriam.
Did y'all see that? Oh crap. See, and I had it behind my head. That was some brilliant scissoring.
Brilliant scissoring.
You know, that kind of scissoring.
Mar. Oh, thank you. Joyce Mar. That's how you say it. You don't say the ER.
Oh, okay.
It's French, obviously.
Mar.
Okay, Carl says, I'm just watching. Had to cut the sound off. We're having lunch in the hubs. Could not hear rawhide. And then she has a lappy voice, a lappy face.
Oh, look at that. That's just so beautiful. I mean, I'm sorry, but like, woo! And if I do the same kind of gold, let me tell you, this was some tricky business.
That working with that stuff is tricky business.
Remember, I mean, I fought with this for a while.
I don't even, we have a tiny little bit of this one stuff left on the roly thing here somewhere.
Well,
That somebody sent us. Did you already take it off?
yeah, I think it's gone.
But I liked it. This stuff is really, it's metallic-y. It feels like metal, spun metal.
All right, I'm going to fix this. This is bothering me. I don't know what's going on with this.
It had some heavy-duty pressure put on it.
Yeah, it did.
Hi, Estella.
Yeah. Just trying to avoid that. It's okay. There we go. I'm cool with that. Okay. Do, do, do. And hello, Estella. Hello, Miriam. Thank you, Brenda. I keep thinking that the little, I do that because I'm trying to slide it under the bar that's not, you know, the little, you know, guard thing. Because the one downstairs still has its guard. This one does not.
I saved it in case I want to use it for something else.
Okay.
Eileen Marie says hello to everyone. She's listening while cleaning. This may be more of a visual. You might have to come back and watch it again, Eileen.
Yeah, I haven't been too chatty. Sorry about that, but...
And, you know, I don't know what to say here, but...
So these are the panels. And we got some cool pieces left over. We can do some fun things. Because, like, on the one here, hand me that. The reason that this has this little front page thing with all these pieces is from the pieces over here. It was just all the stuff left over.
I just cut them in little rectangular shapes.
And I glued them down. Because she didn't have the patience to do it.
I think I did the back and you did the front.
Maybe.
Because they're not the same.
I remember doing one of
You
them.
did one. I'm pretty sure you did the front one. Because yours are all different sizes. Mine are pretty much the same. I wasn't messing with that crap. Eileen says she is peeking at the screen.
Okay. One nice thing about utilizing gel prints, especially ones that are like fully painted over, is that the acrylic paint, once it's dry, you can just wipe across it. Whereas if you're using really fancy papers, you need to be a little more
Thank you, Eddie. He says that's a beautiful print that you're using there.
Cautious about the gluing.
Actually, that was I think that was a pull, a dry pull.
So, there we have that. I don't know if I should do the inner. You're not really going to see a lot of it, but if you want to be real sheeshy about it,
And you have leftover paper to do it with. So.
You might as well. Okay.
I think you should, just
Okay.
for chuckles and grins, and it looks really cool.
Okay.
And Joyce Marr says that gold print looks very touchable. It does, and the thing about it is, I think it was a flop off. But maybe not. I'm going to look at it. No, it was just what was left on the plate. It's a ghost print.
Mm-hmm.
But there was some other stuff underneath it, very obviously. And it just really worked out well. I mean, it doesn't always do that, rest assured. Oh, there's Carrie joined us, and Paula's here.
Hi, guys.
And she gave us a thumbs up.
Oh, yes.
Good job. The rest of you need to do that right now.
Thumbsy upsies, y'all.
Thumbsies upsies. And Paula has to go.
Okay.
She has something pressing.
Did you message me back, Paula, before you go? Keep meaning to check that, but...
And I also think that this is a good time to use the glitter glue, too, because this spine is going to... It's going to take a lot of abuse. Oh, Bianca, she's here.
Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I am just super duper pleased about that business right there.
And Jackie said adding that to the spine will add strength and stability.
Yep.
Yeah, any of your papers that are printed and they have the acrylic paint on them, that is going to make them more durable.
Okay, we're gonna... glue there. Put that under the mat for a minute or two, or overnight. And I think that's that for that one. I don't know if y'all want to watch another one or if we just carry on with the other.
Arsha says stunning.
Do you guys want to see the other one we put together, or do you understand that that's basically the concept there? We can continue on with this one. Here's where it gets a little tricky, because we're waiting for glue to dry. So just to talk y'all through kind of what would the next steps be to this. And why I'm saying that this really needs to dry, like dry overnight, so it's nice and stiff. And the reason I know that is because on this particular one, I did not wait for it to dry. And so my little notches weren't as crisp as they needed to be. And you don't have to notch the spine there like that. But it really does help, especially with this gold thread, because it is some slicky business.
It is. It tends to wander.
And like even all my little beads and things, all of this has been glued. All of those knots have been glued because this stuff does not like to stay. You know, it doesn't tie and stay. It has to be glued.
Yeah. It looks really good, but it
Yes.
is frustrating to work with. Can't stress that enough.
Yeah. So what I would really like to do is just wait and come back the next time we do this, and I might even have papers done by then, or, you know, have you gather me up papers to do the bind, or, you know, to put in.
I would like you to utilize some of my tissue paper prints in between some of them.
I think that would be really nice. And we may spray them, or we could even do that tomorrow if you wanted.
Yeah.
She's not feeling her pouch yet.
I'm not ready to come back to the pouch yet.
So we could just call this a nice little short how to create a book cover stream, and then we'll be back tomorrow. We can tweak some papers because we want to spray some of those tissue papers. I can start out over here because this will be dry and ready. We can notch it.
Well, I could just grab a pile of the tissue. Oh.
I could do the tissues right now and get those.
And see, that would be a good thing because they do
need
a bit
dry.
of drying time. I mean, seriously.
All right. I like that. I like that idea.
The thing about it, the tissue paper is, I've got a great wad here.
Lovely.
And I think we can talk about, you know, what would be suitable and what would not be so much suitable.
Okay.
Now, I think the butterfly is not a good choice because size-wise, it just is too big.
Well, okay. I love that, and I think that would be fabulous in here.
And it certainly has a lot of...
And I think what we could even do... Yeah. I mean, we can even get...
Oh, yeah, you could get 4.
Yeah.
I don't think you can get more than that. I think you're going to...
No.
I don't know about this.
No, I don't like that.
Good, because I kind of liked it. And a few more butterflies. Bless you. I don't really think this
No, it's not really the jam that's going on over here.
I need to pull this out. It doesn't need to be in here. I don't think you need any eyeballs.
Oh, my... Thank you, Mo.
I don't know if this will work because it's a funky size.
Well, so... You know, not... Yeah, it'll work.
Okay. Now here's some more pretty blue that could be stamped on or embossed on or some such.
Yeah.
And oh, you'll like this. This is...
Oh, that's fabulous. Look at that, y'all. We can spray this one.
Yes.
That'll be fun. Okay, these are pretty much either need to be stamped on or embossed or something that, you know, shows up. Or
well,
this
I
we
could
spray.
actually come back over that with a white gel print, kind of like I did the
yes, with the Aloha.
Oh, I think this is pretty.
Oh yeah, good call, Mo.
What is that?
Bursting buds on this one. Look at her, she's so good. Oh, here, these are, yeah, I like this. And then we could spray this one. Well, let's just do these 3 sprays. Kind of see where that gets us. Okay, I'm going to spray that one. I'm going to spray that one. And this one. Off to the side so we don't get it messed up. These little pieces off to the side.
Oh, here's some eyes and rabbits and butterflies. Not feeling that.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that one.
Oh, and look, and here's another pouch I forgot all about.
The forgotten pouch.
I'll work on that tomorrow.
There you go. All right, what color should we spray these? All the same or different or?
I don't know. Now here is a really pretty blue one.
Okay. Oh, that'll be good.
That'll be a good one for spray because it has lots of white.
Okay. I'm gonna do the gold one first because it'll be pretty and fun.
And here, Mariah, look at this. I don't know.
Oh. Okay. Copper on the gold. Well, I was thinking kind of this pinky color. Because if I just put more, you're going to get more impact by it not being shiny because it's already a lot of shiny.
Yeah, it is a lot of shiny.
A lot of shiny. Shiny,
A lot of shiny going on there.
And where did my... losing things. It's spraying a little funky. See how it's spraying like... towards my wrist. Oh, these don't spray. I don't know why I even try.
Now you see why this is a good idea to do this ahead of time.
Yeah, because it gets... oh, good God. That's a stinky one. And even with my nose situation.
It looks good, though.
Yeah, it was the right color choice, but whew, it's got an aroma.
Bitty Penny, hello.
Hey, Bitty Penny.
Robin. Hello, Robin. Hello, Charlotte.
Hi, hi, hi.
Yeah, no, you newcomers coming in there, don't forget to do that thumbsies upsies.
So, those of you that have just kind of popped in, what we're doing here, just to give you a little update, we made a book cover kind of from scratch, utilizing the postcards. Covered it with some prints that P was...
just made this morning. They're fresh off the press.
well, the outside one was.
Yes.
This one you pulled in the stream yesterday, but it was created about 2 streams ago. You know, most prints
Yes,
require 3 streams. That's the average.
I have some back over here I haven't done anything with that I really
Some people,
wanted to.
some people gel print like in a one session kind of thing, but not us. Not at PM Artist Studio. Maybe that should be our little slogan: is give us 3 streams and we'll impress you.
Don't give up on us till after the 3rd.
Yeah.
This is, you gotta have long hangers. Hanger honors.
Hanger honors.
Eddie says 8 days. Eddie, I know what that means. You can just bite me. You think I didn't remember that? There are some things that I do remember, Eddie.
Oh, so good. That was spot on, Eddie. Spot on.
You need dry time, yes.
Yeah, see? And then if you have it,
Yeah, this is all carnival tissue. I don't mess with that other stuff.
no, because this would have just melted.
I'm still mad at the black tissue paper because it doesn't act like the carnival.
Yeah. So you can kind of keep picking up more pigment, more spray stuff if you keep doing like what I'm doing here. But that requires a lot of time. And
Do you want me to just give you something to put that on and you can put it aside?
yeah. You do want to put it on something that it's not going to adhere to.
That's perfect.
Yes, this doesn't have any other questionable paint, medium, you know, just little surprises that decide to, you know, become one with your sprayed on piece. Again, tips and tricks, y'all. Tips and tricks. I'm just going to lay this one down into the thing because I think that these colors are going to be good with this too. Goodness. Use this stinky stuff up.
Well, I could add some frou-frou to it. No, shoot some patchouli in there.
It needs something that's pretty grody.
Betty Penny said she loved my prints yesterday. Well, now remember, you need to come back tomorrow because I'm going to go ahead and put that final pull layer on. At least I think 2 of them. Let me check. Yeah, I've got the yellow and red, and we've got turquoise on it, and then I've got just the yellow one.
Uh-huh.
With the blue. And I might go ahead and get another one on that other. I finally got all the stuff off my. Oh, that's really nice, Mariah. That I love that.
I mean, they're very similar.
Peach color with the blue.
These are very similar. We got a lot of terracotta.
Well, you know, for whatever reason, that
It just became yeah, there was a lot. I don't know what this is, but let's see. It's purpley. That's nice.
Well, do stay tuned. I am going to get down another layer because I really like the way the Mariah, what is the name of this stencil?
Magnolia Shadows by Darcy, and she really liked that. Yeah, she even talked about that in her stream.
I like the Magnolia Shadows, and remember the beautiful pull-offs. Actually, pull-offs.
Pull-offs.
This one feels like it's flocked.
Yeah, that stuck to the stencil, you know.
As we pulled it off, it pulled up that surface layer of the finishing layer on the paper, so it's kind of soft and fuzzy. Well, I want to get down another layer of this because I think it's most interesting with Aloha on top.
So something to consider as y'all, if you're doing these sprays or inks or, you know, who's it, what's it. If it's soupy, wet, medium going onto tissue paper, create some boards. Like if you have some just like cardboard boxes or whatever laying around, get yourself some freezer paper, because you can make. Now see, but that's
a dangerous.
This is a dangerous situation. You want to avoid this if you like the print that you are putting onto said surface, because see, I can tell you right now, this stuff right here, what would happen is it resolubilizes, and then it adheres, and so that will be then part of the print. But if you have these little boards that are all nice and clean and you're doing more, you know, pieces or papers like this, you can leave it and let it dry, and it will then soak up more of the pigment, and you'll get that cool crackling business.
Another good use for the packet, and this will be great.
Oh.
Because it could, you know, become part of the. It's kind of a double whammy there.
Yeah, it's gonna leave back some of that stuff. I don't think it'll adhere. Don't totally trust us on that. I'm gonna kind of ruffle it up a little there.
Pull-offs, not to be confused with peel-offs.
Yeah,
that's a whole other thing.
Yeah,
I do like peel-offs a lot.
So we got still more to deal with here. We're just gonna keep rubbing these things down in there and soak it up. Soak it up. Waste not, want not.
That is a nice combination too, the one that you're getting down there.
I keep my little sponges. I kind of have one for each color-ish. They're helpful. Somebody utilized my sponge with some green paint. I don't. That was not me. And the more you kind of build up, the more you can transfer too from your sponge into the papers. This is why you also, the Carnival wet strength tissue paper just hands down the tissue paper to go to, because you can be rough with it. You could not do this to any other tissue paper.
No, it would be rubbing into little balls.
Yeah. Because even though there is paint on here, which does strengthen it, but all in between there, see how it's soaking up. And this is kind of like the whole idea of like whenever he's doing the stencil over there, you know, you got to push the paint into there. Well, you got to push the little pigments in through the paint to really get it in there.
And I think you would be safe putting that on that board that you're holding there, because I will say that board is, the paint on it is very dry.
Oh, yeah. So let's test that out. Like I said, I don't know about all this. I don't trust it, but we're going to go with it so that way we can have some fun discussion tomorrow about all this situation. Y'all excited about that? If you are, then you're in the right place. You're our kind of people.
And Mariah took all of my other boards. Did you throw them away? I don't know where they are. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. There are some out in the garage. Digging this purple. This is some weird mix. Here we go. Flamingo, wild rose, and sea spray.
Yeah, I like it too. It's very plummy.
Mm-hmm. Which we kind of have, but see, this is like basically a more watered down version of that eye zinc purpley color that we really like. But that thing is, those are really intense color. And I think for a lot of, in fact, let's just, you know.
I know, I love that greeny gold too.
To make the point.
Wow. Robin says she loves my laugh. Mostly I just chuckle.
She's a chortler.
Chortler.
She chortles.
Yes, thrown away is forbidden.
Okay, what am I looking for here? This. But not this one. I mean, the other one.
I love how Mariah says that she's not really sure about that board being safe, and then not only uses it, but slaps down the paper to make sure it's really made contact with all the danger spots.
I'm making points. I'm a point maker.
She is a point maker.
I
would
learned
have
from
put
Brad.
it down loosely and very carefully. Maybe even sprayed a little water down, you know, to kind of give it a little whatever.
Okay, now against my better judgment, because I can't find. Okay, actually, because I was making a point, and I wanted to make the point with the proper color.
Joyce Mars says, should we take bets?
There's that green business. Where's my... There, no, that's not the one, but... Aha! Here we go. Okay. Cassis. Violet Cassis was, I think... No, because you said wild rose. That's interesting. And sea spray. I guarantee you that there's some of this in here. Don't trust the notes, y'all. Don't trust the notes.
Carla loves the color combos.
Okay.
They're into it.
But see how holy moly that is? Like, it's got a lot of punch, these eye zincs.
Yeah, they do.
They need to be tapped back sometimes.
Well, can't you just add a little more water?
Yeah, but I don't want to... Not in there. See, this will be a good mixing one situation. This is how things happen. I'm going to put that there.
Betty Penny says, I want to spend more time with my gel plate focusing on transparent layers. It really is a good thing to get a handle on which colors are transparent and which aren't, because one of the reasons I like my mixtures, my washout mixtures, is I use them in much the same way Mariah's using these sprays. And I know that they're transparent because I mix them and I use them all the time. And if you do that and you get familiar with your paints, it's going to save you a lot of grief down the way. And of course it's true with paints too. Some are transparent and some are not. And usually the oxides, I have found, are more opaque.
Got some pink ladies. Pink ladies pink. Mixed up into the Pop Rock purple, which that was not totally Pop Rock purple. Best to use distilled water. This is not. This is why our paints smell weird.
Could be.
Ooh, look at that right in there. That's beautiful. But there we go. We got some interesting. Hey, and look at him spraying like a champ. Spraying like a spray. Should spray.
Yeah, thanks for adding that, Mo. Some of the original colors in these sprays are available on our Amazon affiliate link.
I do have some favorites.
I don't see the need for this. I just squirt mine out there and go for it.
Seeing everything's getting all spray over here. Spraying like P does. This is one reason she doesn't spray, because everything gets...
Okay, so Rhonda says you need to do a video on transparent paints and washout paints. It's hard to find transparent paint colors. Well, you know, basically I do talk about that almost every single session.
But having a focus.
I will give that some thought on thinking how I might do that. Because I think it's a very important thing to realize that some paints are, and that's why we do the little swatch thing with our the logo.
Yep.
The reason we do that is so that you can tell. Here, Mariah, hold this one up. It's in your color range there.
Yeah.
You can tell. Oh, that's not a washout, so don't use.
But these are the longer ones what we did. But we have other, like, there.
And that's really important. Swatch your paint out right away as soon as you get it, and then you're going to learn, because nobody can do it for you. Nobody can put that in your head. You have to put it there yourself. And the other thing that I do is on top of the lid of some of mine, the Goldens, I will put the color down. Right, can you show that? So that you can see the opacity right there. You know right away that that's...
I mean, it has it on the side, but what's nice is seeing it from the top. So that way when you're, you know, depending on how you store or, you know.
Yeah, organize your paints.
Yeah.
That's a really good thing to do. The paint swatch stickers, yes.
We still have some.
Oh, Carrie Griffin says, how about a live on how to turn opaque paints into transparent style paints? Well, the whole thing about that, it's easier to go the other way, to make transparent paints opaque. Once you have opaque paints, the only way that you can make them transparent, actually, is to add a product that's going to
like
dilute them.
Yeah, like the flow stuff and the, you know.
Yes, some of the things at Golden. Go over to Golden and read their... but the way to make transparent paints opaque, should you desire to do so, is to add white or black. And suddenly, you know,
all right,
you can't see through them.
Hey, we made it
I
through.
love that color. That reminds me of an Indian sari that I had.
Uh-huh. Oh, wait.
It looks very old.
I got one more. I'm going to hang this over the drawer. We're sticking with this color range because I just don't feel like cleaning up my thing. And that way all the papers will kind of, you know, feel like they go together.
Homogeneous. Oh, I love that.
I know you
It
do.
looks very batik-y.
Rusty Lantern line. It's basically goose poop green, and that's why she likes it. Or the, what is the golden?
Oh, Kathy says she has a bunch of skirt hangers that she hangs hers on. You could do that,
Oh,
Mariah,
that's a
on the
good
line
idea.
there. That's
Yeah.
a great idea.
That is a really fab idea. Trying to find my green sponge here. Yep. You can see that the sprays will alter the paint as well. That pigment alters it.
Oh, Sandy L said, hi, P&M. She finally caught our live. Well, hello, Sandy.
Hello,
Welcome.
hello. And welcome to everybody.
Everybody, yes. And there's Kathy Brooks says she makes papers like these and dries them on skirt hangers. And Sophie's Creationer says, hi, everybody. Hello, welcome. I don't recognize you, but Mariah might. Goose Poop Green and Prison Purple. You need to come out with your own line of paint.
We do. Goose poop really technically isn't ours. It's from the 1500s.
Yeah, they thought of it before we did.
Yeah. But I don't know if there's copyright on that or, you know, what.
I don't know either. I don't know that they copyrighted it back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, bye, Miriam. Oh, I hope you're feeling better. You need to take vitamin B12 sublingually. I'm going to get some. And I'm really glad that you all said that because I probably would have just bought capsules. But I do believe in that under the tongue business.
Oh, how to absorb it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, now, lantern green, rusty lantern lime, mixed with purples and oranges, make beautiful brownie, you know.
Yellow.
Yes.
Ambery.
Yes, colors.
And it will dry lighter.
Yes, much. All right, I'm glad we did this today. That was really smart. So then our papers will be done. We'll have lots of other things to kind of tweak. And I'm wiping down the top parts because it really will, like, alter the paint color quite a bit if you leave it on there. So I kind of wanted that to come back up.
The blue.
What I wanted. So there we go. All right, guys. Well, now I think that's perfect. We're going to leave it at this. And, oh, I do need to do my picture thing. Mo reminded me earlier. That was brilliant. So what are we going to hold up? We're going to hold up a book cover and maybe some papers.
Well, we have to wait until next Monday to see the put together. No, we might actually do some of that tomorrow. I really, you know, I'm good for about an hour, and then I'm toast.
Yeah.
So I think maybe what we'll do is I will start off the stream, and I will pull these, and then hand it over, and Mariah can finish it up.
I'm going to hold things to this side today. Got limp papers, y'all. Limp. Oh, look at this one.
Oh, that's pretty too.
Okay, maybe I can kind of do it like so. Oh, and then Becky, what am I supposed to? See, I don't look very cute today, but she wanted me to give a good. I don't know if that's gonna be the one. This might be it.
Oh, those judgy husbands, Eileen. Yeah, it's best just to shut the door.
Or I need to hold it down more because I want my banner to go across there.
Oh, here we go with the screen snatch.
Screen snatch. Okay. Hopefully that'll
Bye, Yanka.
that'll give us what we need. We'll see you guys back here tomorrow.
Bye,
Thank you
Colleen.
so much for hanging out. Highs and buys, hellos. Give those thumbsy upsies if you haven't. Do all that subscribey business if you haven't. And, you know, welcome to the channel. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.